I got here back in '94. Been working ever since. I work for Knuckles. I work for a national part of a jewelry company back then, and then I went to work for Corell, and I've been there ever since. And it's just, well, it used to be normal life until last year. Everything went downhill since May 10. No, I'm sorry, April 10, when my wife passed away, and then started getting a little tough. A month and a half later, I was diagnosed with brain cancer, and there wasn't much hope there until they decided to start doing treatments. And as treatments goes, it's just MRI after MRI to see how it goes. Increased dose of chemotherapy or radiation and stuff like that. It's just going MRI after MRI ever since. She was a wonderful woman. Yeah, she was very intelligent. Everybody loves her because she loved to help the Hispanic community, and it was just, God, I don't know, I'm lost without her because she was used to do everything for me. Now I got to learn how to do banking accounts, insurance, and I mean, just all that stuff. After we got married, she wanted to have a baby, but we couldn't for some reason. I don't know. It wasn't me or it wasn't her either. She just couldn't keep, her ovaries couldn't keep the egg. We tried in vitro, we tried insemination, and none worked. So we just decided to do it naturally until 2010. She got pregnant. She was very excited about it. It was fine until she just out of the blue, just didn't wake up. He's full of energy. Besides that, he's got ADHD. Yeah. Having a little trouble with him in school, but it's just stay on him on task all the time. It's kind of hard, but he's not a bad kid. He's just a teenager, and he loves sports. He's on competitive league right now. He likes school. He doesn't like to do homework though, but he's just pretty happy kid. He helps a lot with my little one when I'm doing stuff. He's the one who's keeping busy the little one, because now that he's running and walking and everything, so I can keep both of them on track. So yeah. The other one, the little one, is, like I said, now that he's talking and running, it's hard to keep him settled. So yeah. And now living with my mother-in-law and father-in-law is a whole different story too, you know, because not on my own. I mean, they don't mind what I do and stuff, but still it's not kind of like comfortable, you know, living in somebody else's house. Biological mom of Christians found me for visitation. She has every other weekend, but she doesn't come around much. So my wife has been on his life since he was 2 years old. So for him, it was like his mom, because she was on task with him for school, to go to conference, to buy him clothes, make sure that he's bathed, clothing, and everything. He loves his mother, but he knows the difference on my wife and his mom. But yeah, my wife loved him a lot. At the end, my kid asked my wife to adopt him twice, and my wife, she wanted to do it too, but his biological mom didn't want to give up, just because she always wants to have a string to pull, because that's the way she is. But yeah, they were really close, and that's, I think, what my kid is having problems with. That's what I'm taking it to psychiatrists to have talks, because when I walked into the room that morning and I found her, he's the next person behind me who found her laying on the bed. So I think he's still in shock for that. It was like 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning. And my baby one woke up, so I still remember that she was breathing heavy. So I got up and I let her stay laying on bed because, she watched the baby during the week while I'm working. So I let it sleep for a while. I got up, I fed my kid. My eldest one got up, ate breakfast. We started playing games. The little one got tired around 10:30, so I went to put him to bed, which was not that far away from our room. And on my way back, I was like, well, I'm gonna wake her up because it's kind of late now. So when I walked into the room, I just saw her face. I just knew because she was laying down like this on the bed, and I just knew this part of the face, the lip, the eye. So I started freaking out. That's when my kid walked in and started freaking out. So he went and get the phone, called my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my sister-in-law called me back, and she said, call 911. So I called 911, and they're like, start CPR. And when I tried to touch her, she was cold, she was stiff. And I was like, I don't think it's gonna work because I think it's too late. So by then, here comes the ambulance, and they walk in. As soon as they walk in, they're like, yeah, it's been a couple hours, she's been gone. So, but I remember that when I got up, it was like 8:30 in the morning, I can hear her breathing still. And a couple hours later, she was just gone. One day I went to pick up my babies from mother-in-law's, and I tried to open the screen door from the garage. I tried to reach for the handle, but my depth perception wasn't that well. I went too far and I hit my head on the glass. And inside the house, I started tripping on couches and stuff. But I thought it was my sugar because I'm diabetic also. So I decided to take the kids home. On the off-ramp on 2nd Avenue, I noticed that I couldn't just drive any farther than that. So I pulled over and I have my kid. On that day, we gave my kid a cell phone for emergencies. So I pulled over and I told my kid, call grandma and have her bring me a regular Coke because I think my sugar is either low or high. And 5 minutes later, here is the trooper because we stopped right next to the State Patrol building on 2nd Avenue. Here comes the guy and start helping me. Here comes the ambulance. They start giving me the little cream for sugar, to bring your sugar back up, but it wasn't working. The flashlight that I put on your eyes, my eyes wasn't responding to it, so they thought it was something else. They asked me to go to the hospital, so I'm like, well, might as well since the ambulance is here, but I wasn't thinking to go to the hospital. I feel fine. I never lost conscience or anything, although something over here on the groin, it was like a twitching, like a muscle. My legs start jumping. That I tried to keep it down, but I wasn't even helping with my both arms. So when they got me on the ambulance on the bed, they tried to lay me down, but now it was my whole waist that it was just sitting me up without me being able to control it. That's when I got the grandma seizure that they call. And I went to the hospital. All I remember is the wheeling me in. They were saying male, 37 years old, diabetic, just had a grandma seizure, and we're gonna go for an MRI and blah, blah, blah. And I just lost it there. Next thing I knew, on Friday afternoon, woke up with the incision there. And I didn't know until I saw the blackboard full of medical doctors, neurologists, oncologists, regular doctors and stuff. I didn't know any of that, all those things until my sister-in-law was like, why oncologists? Those are cancer guys. I'm like, you know as much as I know. That's when the doctor walked in and says, yeah, we found a tumor, cancerous tumor, which is called glioblastoma on the highest stage, which is stage 4. and they tried to get the whole thing out, but they only got like 70% of it. And the rest of it, they was gonna try to work with radiation. But at that point, the radiologist told us that if I didn't want to take any treatments, they was only giving me between 6 to 9 months. With treatments, if they work 100%, 12 to 25 months, even working 100%. So far, you know, they gave me so much time that at this point, I'm almost on top of the hill. And now it's thinking, well, so now I'm going downhill, so what's next, you know? I don't know, like I said, it's tough, because once they give you a date, like me, you know, it's just 12 to 25 months. I don't know if I have enough time, whether I have goals or not. I want to see my kids graduate. I want to see the little one play baseball, because that's my favorite sport. But who knows? I mean, right now, things are going okay. I don't have much of side effects on medication that they're giving me, like they're expecting me, you know, being tired, not being able to even get out of bed or anything like that. I'm back to work and everything. I'm good, but it's just day by day. All the people that has been with me ever since I didn't know. When I woke up, it was only my cousin who walked in the room. And then they didn't expect me to be awake that day after surgery, because after so many drugs from the seizure, my face was just swollen. They didn't think I was gonna make it. And then when I woke up, I saw my cousin, and then I knew that one of my coworkers, Chewy, was there all day, all night. The company that I work for, they've been helping me a lot with work, you know. I might be like a liability for them, but they keep working with me. Union people, all these people behind on all this. My sister-in-law, I didn't think I would make it, because other than my sister-in-law, my father-in-law, I have only 2 cousins here. Other than that, all these people behind me, it's just wonderful. I don't know, I'll probably be dead by now. Yeah.